Okay, so I wasn't planning on shooting, let alone shooting and editing a video today, but Nintendo decided to drop their Nintendo Switch OLED model on us while I was driving this morning. So I should be working, but I'm not, because I can't get this out of my head and my thoughts on it. So I know this is a different format than what we normally do, but okay. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. I'll do more of it. I kind of like this format. You know, I don't even have to wear pants. It's a little bit easier to do it from this setting. I have a lot of videos coming up. I'm working on one about buying old video games. I'm working on one about my Dreamcast modding. Got my TYCAST mug back. TYCAST every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be here this Thursday talking about the Switch OLED model. So yeah, let's go get into it. First off, it's white, which that's one of my other upcoming videos, is a full reshell of my Switch with white Joy-Cons and all. So that's gonna be weird now, because I thought I was being unique. I only did it because there weren't white Joy-Cons and I wanted a white Switch. It looks great. The dock looks beautiful. I like the design of everything. I always like the design of the Switch. Good job on that. It's exactly what I wanted my Switch to look like, so bravo. So the biggest feature is this 7-inch OLED display panel, which it had leaked out that Samsung was manufacturing it, that it was going to keep the same form factor of the console. This is an only improvement for handheld. The other biggest improvement is the new kickstand, because the kickstand on the current Switch, let me get it, is absolute garbage. It's garbage. That's a big improvement, that it goes across the whole back. It's much more stable. It goes at multiple angles, which is a big bonus. The other thing that people got excited about was the new dock. There's a built-in Ethernet port now. You lose a USB input. I don't know. I have really fast Wi-Fi. I've never had an issue playing wirelessly. The other thing is there's now 64 gigabytes of internal storage, which I feel like most everyone buys a 128 gigabyte card anyway, just to have. This other part that they talked about that they didn't expand on at all is this enhanced audio, which enjoy enhanced audio from the system's onboard speakers. Don't know what that means. I'm guessing they're just it's probably just larger, better quality drivers. So yeah, this new dock is interesting because it's now like curved on the top and there's vents on the back, and the whole back panel actually comes off, it looks like, which is kind of cool, and that the cables can come out the back with that new little notch in it. I like that. The other thing is the box is actually really cool. I like that it's vertical. I think that adds a kind of unique look and distinguishes itself from the current. So there's the white model with the white dock and the white Joy-Con, and then there's the neon red, neon blue with the black dock, which is nice that they're doing both. Surprised they're doing both, because they seem to be very fickle with their dock stylings. With all the rumors that came out about this being more powerful, you gotta feel a little bit disappointed that there's not any sort of performance bump. I'm playing through Link's Awakening right now, and it chugs on that game like pretty bad. That shouldn't be a game that the Switch cannot handle, and so I'm a little bit worried if they're not going to have any new performance boosted hardware at any point soon, because that's, I mean, a lot of people are saying like, all right, Switch Pro's dead. This is what we got. Here's another thing. Ever since the Switch came out, every single iteration of the console has benefited handheld players. There's been zero improvements for docked players. So there was the version 2, which improved battery life. That's it. The Switch Lite, which was the dedicated handheld version, and then the OLED model, the only benefit for docked players is the Ethernet port, which I'm surprised because I got, my Switch Lite to play handheld. And now they're saying, oh, that's not the best way to play handheld anymore. This new console that we just put out, I know it was a year and a half ago. I mean, I'm guessing there's a lot of people who bought Switch Lites who never had Switches, and then this can double dip on those customers. I think Nintendo needs to do some things at some point soon to benefit docked players. I play mostly docked, except for handheld with my Switch Lite. So I almost never play handheld with my original Switch. The other thing is the price. Now, the $50 increase is pure profit. There was no reason to increase the price other than that they can. There's we're talking most of the hardware inside this console is 5 years old. There's a slight modified processor from 2 years ago, and then all stats and figures point to OLED panels being just as cheap to manufacture as LCDs now. So there's no other purpose for a price increase for something that 5 years ago was $300. The only reason they're doing it is because they can, and they're increasing price to meet the demand. And so there's enough people that will buy it. They probably could have put it at $400 and it would sell out day one. So it is what it is. It's the nature of the beast right now. So I'm still hoping for some sort of improved dock coming out. I don't know whether that's going to happen, but if there's something that could either have some sort of passive upscaling feature, maybe there's more than meets the eye with this dock. I'm curious what form of HDMI is on it, if it can output 4K with like an HDMI 2 port, but all the specs say HD gaming 1080p max output, so I'm not holding my breath on that. If they ever are gonna do a 4K output, even just for like, I don't know, Hulu or the menus being in 4K or something, they won't be able to do that until they have a compatible port. That's it. I'm bummed. I don't know that I'm gonna buy this. I would if I was doing this full time, but I just bought another Switch like, I don't know, 3 months ago. I don't know that I can justify another $350 for as small of an iteration as this, especially if I'm going to change this one all white anyway. So I was hoping for a performance boost. That was my big hope for this. We didn't get it. People are going to buy it anyway. And so I am curious where Nintendo goes from here. A lot of videos coming out. I'm editing one that's been driving me crazy. If you like this, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I'm streaming here and there. Give the video a like, subscribe. Thank you. I'll have a new video soon. TYCAST live on Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. Come hang out. We always have a fun time. We'll talk about the Switch on this Thursday's episode. So, cheers. Okay.